Hello everyone, Bashar here. So, from my numerous resetting temple videos, you know that I had managed to reset it at the end. And as you can see, I have started building it up. You can take a look at my previous temple videos as well. I'm trying to keep the chronology consistent. So in this video, I want to talk to you about when does it become worth it? And obviously, that's a subjective question, right? You could say, I am happy when I get 10 divine. Someone could say, I'm happy if I get 1 divine. But generally, guys, divine being the maybe not so precious currency these days, but generally it's the precious currency. And so, I have been thinking about if I expect to get 1 divine out of my temple, most of the time, because you can't ever guarantee it, but then I would say it does start becoming worth it. So, and how do we measure this? So, you could consider the number of rooms in your main chain. So I do have 20 here, right? Or another metric to measure temple is the number of spy masters, because those are the harder ones to do. So as you can see, I have now, I think, 7 or 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Yeah, I do have 7. So 7 spy masters, 20 rooms in the main chain. And I know there is a loop here, but yeah. I mean, it was on purpose. This is not really very important at this point. It's gonna be important at some point. But so anyway, and at this point, I am in the neighborhood of 2000% increased rare monsters, right? So at about, I would say, 5 to 6 spy masters, it starts becoming worth it. What I mean by that is you would expect to get a divine more than half of the runs, right? And that of course changes if you have company. The more players, the better the loot. And sometimes, guys, my inability to edit videos, I think, is a good thing. So I'm gonna run 3 temples for you here. It's gonna be a little bit slower than what you are usual, because I'm just gonna run them, but you will see the result. And I'm expecting to get hopefully at least 2 divine out of it, right? Probably 3. And divine level stuff counts. So what am I not counting? What I'm not counting is stuff that's below a divine, right? And almonds don't count. I mean, I do pick them up, but I do not count them for the metric, right? Because we are going to get chaoses, greater chaoses, right? And also, I would like to tell you that my filter blocks stuff at the exalted level, right? So I'm blocking stuff from 1 to 3 exalted or something like that, right? Exalted, alchemy orbs, Vaal orbs, they do not show. 5 exalted and up shows on my filter. So there's that, but I'm not going to count them. So let's just actually start. Oh, hell. Yeah, I do suck at clicking. Okay, let's go. And also, guys, some of you have asked about the build, and I have redone the build. It is pretty expensive and mighty powerful now. You can observe for yourself. And yeah, I'm gonna do a build guide soon as well. But this is the very opposite of budget. Okay. So I'm not locking in any rooms before I get in, because I wanna see how many thingies I get. Vaal cultivation orbs. So guys, this can give you Vaal cultivation orb, which is used in double corrupting items, and that is about 10 divine these days. Yeah, architect's orb, I don't know. Alpha, yeah, alpha divine. Okay, that's. So yeah, there are 3 unique sapphire rings. Sadly, one of them can be valuable, the other 2 cannot. Maybe I should turn it off. Okay. So guys, which rooms do I do? I mean, I shouldn't be doing this room actually, but I try to do the rooms with medallion chance. So Sin Flesh Sanctum doesn't actually qualify, but even a level 1 smithy has a chance of giving you a room. Oh, I'm gonna be petty. I don't actually pick them up. It can give you room cards, or it can give you the upgrade medallion. For some reason, I have not been very lucky with the upgrade medallion lately. At some point, I was swimming in them. I was actually using them on,
Another corpse to serve me.
rooms I was going to lose, not in my main chain. But these days, yeah, I have been stuck. Okay. So even though these rooms are not the greatest rooms, they still benefit from all the modifiers that the main chain provides. So yeah, I'm doing them. Maybe it's a mistake, right? So I definitely should not be doing the ones that do not drop medallions. So guardhouse is not needed. The armory is not needed. These are, I suppose, fine. And guys, the room cards can make a lot of difference. So for example, today I was expecting an armory, and armory is a pretty common room card. Nope, 6-7 rounds in a row, not a single armory. Okay, that's the collaterals, that's the upgrade one. I love this, guys, and this keeps increasing value. More like actual divines are losing value, but these are about 1/3 of a divine these days. Because this is 1/3 of a divine fixed every single round. In my earlier videos, they were like 1/7.
How useful.
Okay, so we have started on the main chain. Nothing in the divine level at this point. And I think I did have an empty inventory. Yeah, so we can see. So what I have there maybe does actually add up to divine, but as I said, I don't count that. Okay, now we start with our. So let's take a look at my 2055%. Yeah, so this is a bit of a milestone, right? 2000%. And the thing is, guys, this is a huge time investment because I think people reach like 10,000% or something.
The Vaal.
And as you can see, I do have stuff built up. Why? Because the more you have, the better the contribution, right? So at this point, as I said, I'm barely racking in a divine, which you will observe.
Remnants of a dead empire.
Filter is a little bit weird. I did turn those rings off, the magic ones at least. I did turn the magic ones without tears off. Yeah, they are still showing. I just don't know. Sometimes it's stubborn. No medallions.
The Vaal have many onslaughts.
So you can do the medallions before you go in, or the destabilization prevention medallions, what a lot is, right? Or you can do them when you are about to close. Just don't forget to always protect the main chain. So if I'm swimming in, I don't think I can utilize that. Yep.
The Vaal have many
I mean, if you are swimming in protection medallions, you could also protect the secondary chain. Now, chain is a bit of a stretch, but I'm talking about the generator, thaumaturge, corruption chamber, armory. Well, I will discard this. I can't use it, and they do drop every once and then. So it gives your temple modifiers up to 8 of them or something, and you lose 1 modifier once every 10 temple openings or so, and it drops more commonly. So if you have a full set of medallions and you want to pick the one that dropped, that is the way to go. And of course, for example, if something drops now, what I could do is step out, protect the rooms that I want to protect, and then pick up the medallions. As you can see, it does go pretty decent. That is another item I tried to hide via reliquary key, and it is hidden in my filter. Nope, it does show it. And I didn't want to hide the special reliquary keys. Those are very valuable. I mean, they are very rare, but in the off chance they drop, I didn't want to hide them, so I endure. I generally don't like seeing stuff on the ground that
The Vaal
I don't want to pick up. That's why I work hard at my filter. But yeah, and as you can see, we did get our divine. It's by no means guaranteed, but it does happen most of the time. And my record was, I was very lucky in some earlier days, and I did get a mirror of, not mirror, lock. It was lock. But you know, that was lucky. I don't count that. In a recent run, I think I got 3 in a single run. Okay. So just so we are not subjected to luck or anything, I'm gonna do 3 rounds as I told you. Alright, so what do we do here? I have 2 locking medallions, which obviously I will lock this one, my main chain. And so do I use another on this one, right? I want to protect that, but it's a bit of a risk. But I'm just going to lose 1 room. I'm going to do it, I think. Okay. So let's close now. Do I want to? No. Okay. No Spy Master, sadly. I don't have a reroll medallion. We kind of have nothing. Okay. I'll just put these. That was bad placement actually. I should have put this in the middle and both of the garrisons would have been upgraded. But you know, no big deal. Do I want to use any of these? No. I'm awaiting a Spy Master here. And yeah, I think we can run. Sorry about this, guys. I'm still not very well. Sorry. Hold up. I want to use my upgrade medallion. Yep. All of these are. Why not, right? I mean, because this is part of my main chain and I definitely want to do that. So yeah, run the temple. And so guys, it is decent for morale when you are actually getting something out of your temple, right? So for example, right now I was not able to add any rooms to my main chain, which is a little bit frustrating, but at least, you know, I do get, you know, the divine most of the time these days. 2050%. Obviously, guys, the minor rooms I put in the middle so they can be destabilized make a difference as well. So it does vary a little bit, but you know, as you can see, we are at about 2000% or so at this point. Okay. That's again the architect orbs, I think, because
corruption cuts both ways.
So guys, the architect's orb plus the Vaal infuser that we get from the tier 3 cemetery, they actually kind of add up to a divine, right? Okay, let's go. So for example, guys, that Synthflex Sanctum doesn't actually give us any medallions, I think. I mean, it will state so in the room's tooltip. Let's just go. Come on. Somewhat frustrating, especially if you have a non-tier 3 golem works, guys. Some of the mechs just don't get activated, and that is a pretty annoying situation when it happens. Okay, come with. Right. Where am I? That's not neat either. I mean, let's just do the full thing. But I think ideal I should be skipping these. I'm still, so you know, I would classify my temple as late early temple or maybe early mid temple if I'm being a little bit optimistic. But as you can see, because the thing is, there are a lot of guides out there, there are a lot of showcases out there for the beautifully built temples that people have. You know, they go in, they rack maybe like 100 divine or something, which is insane. Oh, by the way, I didn't get into that, but that was a little bit of lag. My rarity, my equipped rarity is around 90%, 91%, something. Let's just take a look there. Pity. Spark, 91%. Okay. So my equipped rarity is there. Doing there. Oh, what's with the frame skip? By the way, guys, this is not the video tearing or something. I am experiencing the problem on my end as well. Small spike. Okay, I have been a little bit missing these tier upgrade stuff. Okay, that is the divine for the run, right? Normally I don't count the lesser currencies, but stuff that's worth a divine. Fine, that's worth a divine, if I recall. I mean, I think there is a little bit of variance, number of overrun thingies, etc., but that is worth a divine. So it does make up for the divine for the run. Come on. By the way, this is pretty good XP. I think it incurs very heavy penalties. It applies very heavy penalties to people that are low level. I mean, if you have rushed the campaign and you are like level 60, then it's not going to be great, right? But at level 63 or something, it does kick in. Oh. And let me tell you, so for example, in my temple, it would take 4 or 5 rounds to get you to level 90. Oh my god, what the hell? Oh, that's lucky. That is lucky. Reroll the restricted room we don't even pick up because, you know, the restricted rooms are the ones that we get from the architect. We are never going to kill the architect again. Oh my god, this run, man. So the thing is, guys, I did have a very weak temple, right? Yeah, in a very bad setup. Oh, I love this. This is the one I love the most. And I was very lucky, and I did get a Hinokara's Lock, the most valuable job I have ever gotten, I think. I don't count against the darknesses in the last season because, you know, I was against the darkness farming. And, you know, that was just being lucky, right? But this is, you know, this is maybe somewhat lucky, but yeah. So guys, I wanted to show you how I progress so you don't get intimidated. Because those temples that you see out there, the really beautifully built ones, I mean, the playtime, I'm not even gonna get there. So my dream and hope is to arrive there one day. And, you know, I don't lack for currency, right? I have been trading and I make my currency. My character is about 4 meters or so at this point. And, you know, when I was building it the other day, I went as low as 60 wine. Yeah. You know, mighty depressing because 2 days ago I had 12,000 or something. I'm up to something in the neighborhood of about 3,000 now. Obviously, you know, when I went down to 6, I had some stuff to go, right? So I had some stuff up for sale, I did realize. So we are 2 divines, 1 abyss tablet, right? And a level 20 skill gem. Oh my good lord, what the hell is going on? The hell is this? Oh, this is the best temple ever. I don't count the Hinokara again. 3 divines? Oh my. I guess we can agree that, you know, at this point it is somewhat established, right? And of course, as I said, it varies from one person to the other what, you know, worth it is. But yeah, I mean, whoa. Whoa, what the hell? But I would say this is, you know, very, very lucky because, you know, the rounds I had 3 divines in, I did have like 1 or 2 rounds with 2 divines before, right? Never a 3 divine. And, you know, I have not been improving that much, right? I have not been getting the rooms. So when I got 3, my temple was looking almost like this. Whoa. And I think those level 20 skill gems are valuable. Like, is that true? That's 1.5 divine? No. I think the other one is a little bit outdated. We'll check. Done. The proximal tangibility guys that hide in the corner, guys. Those grind my gears. Okay. Done with.
Another corpse to serve me.
So that is done. Whoa. Whoa. And I'm gonna count that as a divine as well because it is worth a divine. So 5 divines and 2 skill gems in 2 rounds. As I said, I don't count the lesser stuff. Okay. Oh, I didn't get a locking medallion. Oh no. Yeah. the greed did pay off in a reverse way. Okay, so I can't do anything, right? Have to make peace. Hopefully we don't lose that one. Oh, that was lucky. Okay, now, so I guess I did learn my lesson, and I'm gonna I guess I should have like 2 spares before I start using the stuff on that. So I'm awaiting a spy master there. We can't put anything in. Workshop. Yeah, but it does have a chance for medallion. That's why I'm doing it. So guys, you should not be blindly putting up these rooms. You should also pay attention to the number of rooms that are going to get destabilized. But I think I'm at the level where I lose 2 rooms, and I am on the lower end. So the rooms that I'm putting in here, I don't think will increase. I don't think that's valuable. Why does the filter show it? It's not valuable at all.
You have made a grave mistake. Square.
The 2,130%. That is my record, as you can imagine. The corruption chamber was a little bit bad to lose, but it is, I guess.
I will unmake you.
These rooms, I suppose. Yeah, guys, I still haven't decided when I should be letting these rooms go. So, there are 2 decisions to make. When do I stop putting these rooms up, these garbage rooms? I mean, they do provide some bonuses. And also, when do I stop doing them? I still haven't let it go. Yeah. And obviously, when you do many temple runs, it does actually lose you considerable amount of time. Yeah, I haven't decided. Yeah, I mean, my filter is a little bit dramatic about that. Perfect orb of augmentations. I mean, they are valuable. A little below 1/10 of a divine or something, but yeah, I mean, all that alert is a bit much. I need to go over that as well.
To serve me.
Because guys, you hear that kind of alert and you're like, oh, something valuable dropped, and it's a perfect orb of augmentation, which is by no means rare. So that is perfectly skippable. I should have used the checkpoint, I guess. Let's just run. No big deal. Guardhouse, I was skipping that. Okay, yeah, I should definitely have done the thingy. So let's see if we get one more divine here. So guys, the point of this video is, if you haven't started, because I know a lot of people that are intimidated by the temple mechanic, and very fair, right? I was intimidated myself. At this point, I should have had a much better temple. But yeah, I was also intimidated. I wanted to not learn it, right? Because it does take quite a bit of time. But yeah, I also wanted a challenge as well, and I also wanted to, go in the temple and grind many divines. Single go. Yeah. So this is, I mean, from scratch, this is below 100 runs, I think. I can't give you the exact amount, 60, 70 runs, I think, somewhere there. So, I had the temple that was fully clear, right? I had nothing in it. I had just the foyer, right? I did start from the foyer. I started building up, and I had, we got the destabilization thingy. Nice. So, guys, the ones in the middle serve as a bait, right? So you are going to get destabilized, right? Obviously, you don't want it to hit your main chain, right? And you saw even with like 7, 8 spy masters, you sometimes cannot get the destabilization, right? So at the beginning, when you have like 1 or 2 spy masters, you will not be getting this destabilization protection thingy, what a lot this medallion, most of the time. So how do you protect your main chain? You protected it by feeding garbage rooms in the middle, right? So those garbage rooms get targeted and your main chain does not. Obviously, it's not a guaranteed thing, but it does help. Yeah, so me doing all the rooms with medallion chance is a bit of an old habit, I guess. I can step out of it soon. But I like putting them there because, as I said, they provide bonuses to this whole chain here. So for example, I put something there that gives me increased rarity. Okay. So armor and garrison up my chain. Reroll is beautiful. Level up. Room level up. I can't do it here, I think. Yeah. Well, water lovely. I definitely want that one though. Okay. Okay, let me think. Sorry. This does become a rather long video. Sorry guys, it's always the case with me. So I can do it right now, right? Okay. And can I upgrade it as well while I'm here? Oh.
These temples, always rearranging
Oh.
their guts.
Oh. Okay, I did mess up, I think. Oh, that's gonna be bad. Oh no, please no. Oh. Okay, that's interesting. So can I place? Okay. So thing is, guys, normally you can put the spy master next to a level tier 2 garrison, right? And by upgrading it, there is a nice chance that I messed it up. So what's going on? Yeah, I did get distracted. And my flask is also... What's going on here? I'm very unhappy.
This medallion's rather beautiful.
I can't heal her. What's going on? I'm gonna die here.
Keep the dying!
Guys, that was such a funny save. Yeah. Let me explain to you how we got saved. So I have some transcendent upgrade that gives me damage taken recouped as life, right?
Serve me.
Oh god. Yeah, I mean I got very distracted.
Perhaps you will be a worthy
I mean, so I didn't mess the whole thing up, but I made undermined my efforts. There is one consolation that's going on for me, and that garrison didn't change color. Right? So normally they become green. When they become green, you cannot place a spy master next to them. But the upgrade that we did was not normal, right? So it didn't upgrade again. Okay, I'm just gonna drop that Synth Flesh Lab because that's just the rule, right? It doesn't help me with my chain. Armory and garrison I wanna keep because they are useful to me in my chain. I'm so very stressed right now, and this is my last energy, guys. So I won't even be able to see if I messed up or not. So if I can place Spy Master there, it's all good. If I can't, I have to wait for it to destabilize. Oh. Didn't want to waste the medallion. Yeah, that was a big oof. Because it's not a huge oof, right? I didn't mess up my temple in its entirety. As I said, the most I'm gonna lose is a few runs and wait for that one to destabilize, but one. I mean, this is going slow enough. Dang. So because the whole point of the Russian tech is that, right? You cannot place the spy master next to a green garrison, but you can place it next to a orange red one. So that's why you do that commander blah blah thing. Okay, 29 rooms, so I have skipped one more. Okay, that's it. That's fine. So guys, this round, did we get a divine? No, right? This time we failed. And so you can see how obscenely lucky the previous round was. First round we did get one divine. The second round we did get one abyss tablet, 3 divines, and 2 skill gems, right? Okay, so do I want to do anything here? I have 2 locking ones. Do I want to do this one? I did. Do I want to do anything else? Probably not. And that's it. Yeah. So guys, I want to actually see this. Hold on. Garrison. No, no, no. Garrison, and I up the garrison. Oh, oh God. Let me show you. I'm just testing the scenario. I did put a armor in. I did put the garrison in. I upgraded the garrison tier 3, but the orange color. Oh, thank God. So I didn't mess anything up, right? I just wasted the upgrade medallion. No big deal, obviously. Okay, that's good. So let's just take one final look. I did take too much of your time, but that is how I do these things. I'm just gonna look up the value of the level 12 skill gems because that did sound a little bit low. I have level 20 skill gems. I want divines. Yeah, 160. Okay. So near 2, but not at 2. So these are gonna be 3 divines then. That's gonna be 7 divine. That's gonna count as another divine. That's 8. 3 rounds, 8 divine. What my expectation was, it would be somewhere between 0.7, 0.8 divine to 1 divine, maybe 1.2 divine or something like that, right? That was my expectation because the previous rounds leading up to this, I was kind of there. I was getting a divine most of the time, but not always. This is, of course, I would say that the second round was lucky. So that's about it, guys. So what I want to demonstrate here to you is that this is perfectly doable, right? You have to clench your fists and teeth at the beginning. It's gonna go slow, it's gonna go painful, but it's a gift that keeps on giving, right? So from this point on, I can only go up, right? It's gonna be, like 4 or 5 more rooms in. I'm definitely gonna get the divine, right? Almost always. Then it's gonna get better. By the way, that's the thing that saved us, right? I got so distracted by the mistake I made, right? I was casually doing spark. I had no life left. My flask was empty, right? I couldn't get life, and I cast the sparks with my life, right? So I was gonna die there. But the thing is, I took a little bit of damage. The recoup gave me just enough life to cast spark, and the spark hit. The leeches went off, and I did save myself. Yeah, that was a little bit funny. And yeah, my temple is still intact. So I will see you guys in another video. Bye bye.